Been a dream forever.
Yeah.
I don't know when it wasn't, yeah.
We're like pretty best friends till the end kind of thing. I think finding your own voice and not listening to what is supposed to be done for Homebodies by Homebodies.
Yeah, right.
Hey everyone, it's Whit. Thanks so much for listening to Whit from Whit Radio, where entertainment meets enrichment. This is a feel-good podcast about dreaming big and shining bright. It's my goal to entertain, educate, and inspire, all while providing content that helps you feel content. I believe we can all use a dose of inspo, info, and fun in our lives, so I like to say it's never a bad time for a little Whit from Whit. Now, this marks the season 2 premiere of my podcast, so I want to say it's great to be back. I've been feeling super creative and motivated about what's in store. I'll probably feel different in a few weeks when I don't feel like editing, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm kicking things off with a new segment this season, though. It's called Whit from Whit Unwritten. Yes, release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. Love Natasha Bedingfield. But anyway, this is a storytelling segment where I profile artists and entrepreneurs about their work and about living out their dreams. And I think it's fitting that my first guests of the season were actually the first guests we had on a show I co-produced in college. They're a band of singer-songwriters who could easily be candidates for Name a More Iconic Duo, I'll Wait. But just in case you haven't heard of them, Josh Evington and Noah Bartfield are The Hues. Their new album cracked the top 40 on the iTunes singer-songwriter charts. It's called Homebodies, and here's a taste of the opening song, Good Luck and Godspeed.
3, 2, 1's only seconds from now. I need a little good luck and Godspeed. If you're saying you're leaving me, wish me good luck and Godspeed. Moving on won't be easy. Lord knows I'm gonna need a little good luck and Godspeed.
All right, and I recently spoke to the duo after their album release show at Shelby Bottoms Nature Center in East Nashville. We started our conversation by talking about that experience. On a cloudy Sunday afternoon in Nashville, a room full of people have gathered to hear live music from The Hues. You guys had an awesome album release party today. How did that go?
It was amazing.
Yeah, it went really great. We're kind of still on a high from it. But yeah, it was a really good show. We had all the strings and horns that played on the album. They played live with us today, and
It was beautiful.
Kind of a dream.
Yeah.
It was a dream come true, yeah.
That's Josh Evington and Noah Bartfield.
I'm Josh.
I'm Noah, and we're The Hues.
And that's Hues, Hues. When did you feel like music, became a big part of your lives?
Been a dream forever.
Yeah.
I don't know when it wasn't, yeah.
It's funny, we didn't know each other till we were 18, but our stories are pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, I started taking piano lessons when I was 5, and then I think probably by the time I was 6, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And I don't know when our parents believed us.
I know.
They're two lifelong musicians who share the same lifelong dream.
My thing was, singing at church and the praise groups and stuff, and just sang, and they were like, you're good, and I just sang lead, and so I just got a lot of experience of singing.
Josh is from North Carolina. Noah, New York.
And my singing pretty much started in college with Josh, so all my vocal training is basically just from Josh.
But it was Boston where their paths first crossed at Berklee College of Music.
Yeah, we lived on the same hall, and I felt like right when we got to school, you kind of find the people you want to work with and be friends with. And at Berklee, because it's a music school, it's like, you're looking for friends like normal colleges, but you're also like, who do I connect with musically? Who could I have something with? So it kind of, I don't know, we just sort of clicked immediately. And then midway through our first semester, is that right?
Yeah.
Or maybe my roommate.
No. The second
semester,
yeah.
right? My roommate moved out, and then you left your two roommates.
Yeah.
So before they became bandmates, they became college roommates. And before they became the Hues...
So we had a band, we had a band in college with two other guys that we were friends with. And so it ended up being like just the two of us left. People were leaving the band.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, it's just the two of us. But then we didn't have the Hues for years after that, I guess.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I've been up all night, drinking homemade wine. Oh, it's 5:30 and I'm playing your records one more time.
While they say there's not much of a story behind their band's name, 2013 was the year Josh and Noah released their first song as the Hues.
Like just another long lost lover.
We wrote a song called Long Lost Lover, which was the first song we wrote together ever, really. We never even wrote together in college. And then we recorded that song right away, I think.
They were living in LA at the time and had their sights set on music placements in TV and film. Didn't Long Lost Lover get on Kardashians?
Yeah, we had that in a few other songs, on the Kardashians.
I mean, what did that feel like? I mean, y'all's first
was
song
nice,
together, and there it is on a huge
it was
TV
pretty
show.
exciting, yeah.
It was cool.
Very exciting.
It was cool. And that song, it's kind of crazy that was the first song together because, you're right. It was like, this first song that we ever write together is on the show. But that's kind of still like a song that people like.
Yeah,
maybe
gravitate
the most.
towards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something about that song.
It feels like just another long lost lover.
A couple years and a few EPs later, a door opened up in Nashville.
Josh's family friend offered for us to
Yeah, and then
stay with them for free. We figured it's better than paying rent in LA, so.
yeah, it was a good change. Yeah.
And so was that kind of like a game changer for the band? I mean, coming to Music City and getting into the songwriting community that we have here?
I think it was, even more so for the songwriting because it allowed us, to not do anything else. We could just write and create.
Yeah.
And that's what we did for definitely the first few months.
Yeah, those first few months were like really great and intense. We write a song maybe every 1 or 2 months. Kind of that's been our pace historically. But those first couple of months, we were writing a song
Just
a week probably,
and co-writing more and
co-writing
all that
with
kind
other
of
people.
stuff,
Yeah.
Which Nashville has to offer. Yeah.
Right, because we just didn't have rent to pay or anything to pay for. Really, we just could focus on writing all day. We woke up and that's what we did.
That sounds amazing.
It was great.
It was great.
The good days are gone. It's been far too long since I've heard sweet words and melodies like in the 60s and 70s.
That's Good Days Are Gone, the group's first single in Nashville. This song references some of Josh and Noah's musical influences from the 60s and 70s. They say their music is reminiscent of that era, with an orchestral feel added in.
We don't like to use any non-organic instruments, so it's all very mic and instrument rather than in-the-box MIDI stuff. So.
Sure. Let's talk about the dynamic of this group. You're obviously friends, you have this band together. Is this dream team situation? Are there creative differences sometimes? I mean, how does this work for you guys?
There's always creative differences of some kind with any duo or any partnership, but we're like pretty best friends till the end kind of thing.
And we just trust each other so much musically.
Yeah.
It's like, I know him doing the arrangements, like it's going to be beautiful, and I trust that where his mind is going to go is going to be great. And I don't know. And in the writing process, we're just bouncing back and forth off of each other. And
So we actually, kind of have it's not a formula, but it ends up being sort of a similar order of things usually.
Every
usually
time
there's an idea that almost always comes from Josh, and then some lyrical thing that we write some sort of musical thing off of, and then usually a lot of the music comes next without lyrics.
Which is usually Noah,
so usually I'll write the melody for the verse and the pre-chorus or something, and then we'll sort of start filling in the blanks with the lyrics, and the lyrics are really hard.
When I revel in the reverie, it's a bad case of highway hypnosis.
Their lyrics are inspired by childhood nostalgia, love, and even Josh's religious background, all of which can be heard on their new album, Homebodies. Why the name Homebodies?
It's us. Yeah, we feel like we're homebodies. Yeah. And I feel like the music kind of is suited for that. Just chill, and maybe when you're just hanging out the house. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. Or in the car. You know what I mean? Very kind of just relaxed.
Yeah. For homebodies, by homebodies.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I'm only ashes and dust.
It's a 7-track record that's been 2 years in the making.
So it was produced by the two of us and our friend Nick Bearden. So between the three of us, we played everything other than the orchestral instruments, other than the strings and the horns. So it felt like we were hiring more people than we normally do, but it was still a lot of us and Nick playing.
I feel the rush of blood running through my veins like a California tidal wave.
What does this album mean to you guys, and why should people listen to it?
Everything was just very intentional from the start, and a lot of times when you're recording, I mean, this is all musically and arranging, but a lot of times when you're recording, you start with like the rhythm section, you start with bass and drums before you do anything. And when we recorded Good Days Are Gone, we did that because we were working with a producer and they were doing it more like the way you normally do it. But from the beginning, we were like, we have to do this with like this specific 6-piece or 7-piece orchestral arrangement, and we're going to have that be like the foundation of the music and build the rhythm section around that. So musically, that's important to me, and it really like ended up being the way we wanted it to be, which is great. And it's funny, it's not country at all, really. I mean, not that country. It's not more country than our old stuff, certainly. And but for whatever reason, it's how Nashville inspired us, I guess. Yeah. So.
I should be over the moon, spinning in the sky.
And just as their Nashville-inspired project is released, Josh and Noah's time together in Music City is coming to an end. There's a new chapter that's about to start, right?
So I'm moving back to LA in a month, and then Noah's gonna come later. Hopefully sooner than later, but yeah, going back out there, and that'll probably be home for a while. Yeah. Well, and hopefully we'll be back here a lot. I mean, with Noah still living here, I mean, we'll still play shows here and out there, and you know, keep writing and everything.
Gotcha.
We've set a new precedent tonight with the release show, so I think we're gonna
we gotta
just do shows like that from now on. And fewer but more important shows, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. As for what the future holds for the Hues,
Grammy 2020.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. They say there's nothing else they'd rather do.
I think it's important to my sanity as a human on Earth, and I don't know what else to do. Yeah.
I mean, trust me, I like think about other things I could try to do all the time because this is a really hard thing to do. But I'm just not as good at other stuff, I guess. I don't know.
And for people listening who also, have a passion, have a dream that they want to follow, what would you say to them?
I think finding your own voice and not listening to what is supposed to be done.
Yeah. Just do your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it catches on, it catches on. But I don't think you can. Yeah. Because we've talked about that before. Oh, we'll try to write this pop song or this, and it's like people can tell. I think if you're not being authentic, and I think it's really important to do that.
Yeah.
Little good love and Godspeed.
Well, it's been great talking to you guys, and I'll end it by just, wishing you good luck and Godspeed, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to say thank you again to Josh and Noah for being on the podcast. Be sure to check out their music across streaming services and online music outlets. You can also follow them on social media at The Hues Band. And that's all for this Wit from Whit radio segment. Thanks again for listening. I hope it made you smile. If it did, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me across social media at Wit from Whit. And until next time, don't forget to dream big, shine bright, and feel real good. And remember, it's never a bad time to listen to Wit from Whit Radio. Bye, everyone. In the time it took to make Homebodies, Josh also grew quite the epic beard. That's new-ish, right? How long have you been growing this thing?
A year and a half.
Okay. All right.
but I'm gonna keep it around. Yeah, I think for a bit.
The beard is new for you since the last time you guys released music. Noah, for you have a baby, right?
Not as big of a deal as a beard, but
I guess.